All right, today we are only going to do one section, so make sure your lesson 16 is open to section 7, and we're going to go through the 3 questions. And then with the extra time, I want you guys to go and check progress book and make sure that all of your assignments are complete up to this point. Next week is the end of the quarter, so I need all of your missing assignments no later than Wednesday next week. So make sure you guys are all caught up, okay? So today we're going to talk about their spare time in the Middle Ages. So what did they do for fun? So many aspects of town life were challenging and people worked very hard, but they also participated in a lot of leisure activities. They enjoyed quite a few days off from work too. So in medieval times, people engaged in many of the same activities we enjoy today. So the answer to number 1, what were some popular children games in medieval Europe? They played with dolls and toys. They had their wooden swords and their balls and their hobby horses. They also would roll hoops around town. Like think of like a hula hoop, and then they take a stick and kind of just whack it along and kind of like try to guide it throughout the town. They played games like badminton or lawn bowling and a game called Blind Man's Bluff, which is kind of like hide and go seek and Marco Polo mixed, but out of the water. And it actually got outlawed in a lot of places because so many kids were like running into things and getting like really hurt or like falling off cliffs. So that game is going to be outlawed later. Number 2 is asking what were some leisure activities for adults? So adults like games like chess and checkers and backgammon, but they might gather to play card games, go dancing, or enjoy other social activities. Now, townspeople also took time off from work to celebrate special days like religious feasts. On Sundays and holidays, animal baiting was a popular, though cruel, amusement. First, a bull or a bear was fastened to a stake by a chain around its neck or by a back leg, and sometimes by a nose ring. Then, specially trained dogs were set loose to torment the captive animal. Fair days were especially festive as jugglers, dancers, and clowns entertained the fairgoers. Minstrels performed songs, recited poetry, and played instruments such as harps, while guild members paraded through the streets dressed in special costumes and carrying banners. If you've ever seen The Hunchback of Notre Dame, that's what I think of when I think of their their fairs and their festivals and the dancers and the jugglers and the crazy costumes and that kind of stuff. All right, number 3, you have to tell me the difference between a mystery play and a miracle play. So let's talk about the mystery plays first. This is when they acted out Bible stories. So they often performed stories that were appropriate to their guild. And in some towns, for instance, the boat builders acted out a story of Noah, which described how Noah built an ark, which is a large boat, to survive a flood that God sent to cleanse the world of sinful people. In other towns, the coopers, the barrel makers acted out this story too. The coopers put hundreds of water-filled barrels on the rooftops, and then they released the water to represent the 40 days of rain described in the story. The difference between a mystery play and a miracle play. The miracle play dramatized the lives of saints, often showing the saints performing miracles or wonders. For example, in England, it was popular to portray the story of St. George, who slew the dragon and was about to eat the king's daughter. So there's your answer to number 3. So you're done with the questions. Make sure you submit this on Schoology so you can get a grade for it, and then go back and check your grade on Progress Book and make sure that you guys are all caught up, because Wednesday is going to be the last day I'll accept any late work. See you guys.